Hey, welcome to Bible Floss. Derek here, and this is a representation of our solar system. Now, it's not to scale, to be sure, because if it were, Earth would be so small you wouldn't be able to even see it. Now, I used the website Build a Solar System to create this image. It is a to-scale representation of the planets in relation to the sun. When I tried to do a representation of the distance these planets are from the sun, I didn't get very far. When I took the planets down as small as they could go, Mercury was only 1 pixel, and it was still way off the computer screen. Webmaster Ron describes a time when he tried to make the solar system to scale using teletype paper. He started out with the sun on one end, the size roughly of an inch, and worked his way down from there. Mercury was about 3.5 feet, the Earth about 9 feet. But when he got all the way down to Pluto, he was 354 feet from the sun. Now, if you want to have some fun playing around with the size of the solar system, visit this site, where it begins with the sun, gives you some basic information. You can scroll through until you get to Mercury and Venus and Earth, and you will really get a feel for how far the gap is between all these planets. Now, this is a meter stick, and if you take 300 million of these and put them end to end, it takes light approximately 1 second to travel from one end of these meter sticks to the other. Then if you were to take your meter sticks and put them end to end from the ground up, they would almost reach the moon. The moon's a little bit further than that, so it takes roughly a second for the light from the moon to reach the Earth. Now, the sun is about 150 million kilometers from the Earth. So to put that into perspective, it takes light 500 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth. That's approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds. The cool thing about light is that when you go outside and take a look at the sun, you're not looking at the sun as it is right now. You're looking at the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. So when you look at the sun, you are literally looking back in time. At Vsauce, Michael has a great episode about this where he talks about if the sun were to disappear, we wouldn't know for 8 minutes. Now, in 1987, a star went supernova on the outskirts of the Tarantula Nebula. Now, what made this supernova exciting was that it's the closest supernova we've had to Earth in hundreds of years. In fact, depending upon where you lived, you were able to go outside and see the light from the supernova with your naked eye. So how close was NS 1987A? Within a margin of error of 15 to 20% either way, scientists believe that that star was about 168,000 light years away. So when people stood outside and watched that supernova in February of 1987, they weren't watching it as it was happening. They were watching in real time what happened 168,000 years ago. Now take your imagination cap and put it on your head with me for a minute. Now pretend that aliens exist. I'm not saying they do, but just pretend that they do for a moment. And imagine that they live 2,000 light years from Earth, and that their technology is roughly the same as ours, and that they can explore their solar system, they can visit their moon, they can put satellites in their orbits and in the space and visit the other planets, and they can even see great distances like we can, but they can't communicate to us because we're just too far away. Now pretend that their telescopes are way more advanced than us, and they discover us and they're able to look down upon Earth. They can't contact us, they can't travel to visit us because the technology isn't there, but they can see us. And imagine that they can actually see what we do here on Earth. If they pointed their telescope to Galilee in the Middle East, they could, theoretically speaking, have witnessed a peasant Jew from Nazareth who is literally changing the world. Because the alien planet is 2,000 light years from Earth. What that means is the light that emanated from Earth 2,000 years ago is just reaching them today. And so because of the light that's emanating from Earth, they could literally see the light of the world. And as they say in the Bible, shalom. Thanks for watching. Hey, do me a favor, click that alien, see what happens.